tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year in his 3rd season now. It's Joe Burrow.
And he's had good already this season throwing the football.
On point, ready?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Now Zach Moss played prep ball 8 miles from here in Hollandale Beach. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard.
Let's get set. 11, Thomas.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And this is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Nwangu. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Nwangu. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Come on, ready?
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now it's Nwangu.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. First quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere along the neighborhood.
3rd and 2, Stafford. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they were 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And here comes Berrios. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. For the football with a... On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Moss. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Stafford now to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Moss. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Succop's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's 14.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Olamide Zacchaeus, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. CD for them. This has just been good here in the 2nd quarter. Seibert on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills going to take over now late in this 1st half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get some. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. He's had a pretty miserable first half. The pick six a moment ago, the second one he's thrown, and we're not to halftime yet. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on second down. Stafford taking a shot for Samuel. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This time they stay on the ground. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 40-yard on the return. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Williams brings it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard. Stafford on 1st down. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Moss. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. On 2nd and 9, Stafford being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. And might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
1-1.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Burrow now off the bootleg. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
What were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kene Nwangu with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly confidence, didn't it?
Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Holding. Offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop this underneath the Moss. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Right back to Moss. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Succop's kick is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will 21-yard line.
On 1, ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position.
And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Burrow looking to pass. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, there are ways to get better.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so, not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Miami, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they suffered defeat for the first time